We've got baseball for you this afternoon from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Now batting, Mookie Betts. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon.
First offering on its way.
Right fielder, Mookie
Underway
Betts.
at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there. The 1-1 home. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2. And now look out as that runs in and gets him, and a very interesting start to this one. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Digging in, J.D. Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A ball and no strikes. Betts at second. Benintendi at first with no outs. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. Fly ball out toward left center field. Kipnis sprinting after it. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. And in the end, the tag appears to have been a bluff. He's back to second. Here's Xander Bogaerts now from the stretch. I was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. Back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And the runner will score from second. Now 2 runs have scored. And a relay to the plate. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Kluber gets the sign. Here he comes 0-1. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's only 2 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show, he was taken in the second round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
3 runs already home here. And a swing by Pedroia as this one's on the ground out to short. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. A swing and a ground ball to third. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. In now for Cleveland, Michael Brantley, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Bogaerts waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Edwin Encarnacion would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Payoff pitch one more time. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. Hit to third. Devers has it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends. Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Lifetime against Corey Kluber. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
A ball and a strike. Hard hit ball to second. Ramirez is up with it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. At the plate, Sandy Leon. First pitch on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Kluber's ready. Here's the 0-2. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. 1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man in. Full count now, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The next 3-2. Hit back up the middle. Ramirez to his left. He's there. Throw gets him. 2 down. Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Hit down the line at first. 2 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, nice job laying off that sinker down. If you could recognize it early and see that it's starting low, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's another 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
2 balls and no strikes.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Swing and a little tapper. The 3-2 one more time. And it's fouled away. Another payoff pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way out in front. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 to Alonso.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Fouled off. Ran one in on him there as this is hit softly to third. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. This is on the ground over to first. And Moreland will take this one to the bank. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more. 1
away here to begin the third. Here's J.D. Martinez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he'll step off and try again. And they'll issue the intentional walk here. Interesting decision with the bases empty and 1 away. Set and the pitch. Just got a piece up the line. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dustin Pedroia trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires. Leading off the inning, Jason Kipnis, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
Now here's a swing by Kipnis, and he connects on this one. Out to deep right field. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Now another 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little earlier.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? There to pull it in is Bradley. He does, and Rafael Devers the next to bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Hard sinker misses, 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Now at the plate, Sandy Leon comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Jackie Bradley now. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Good-looking sinker on the inside corner. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row, and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
A swing and a miss at a single. Leading off the inning, Michael Brantley, and they'll need him to get something going here. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Brantley is a guy that thrives in these opposite-handed matchups. He's often considered one of the absolute best hitters in the game against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, because he's thinking big part of the field. He's not a dead cold guy. This is a guy that likes to use gap to gap. And when that's happening, you stay on anything fading away from you.
Close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a bouncing ball foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that has.
And we'll have to leave it. At the plate, Mookie Betts. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one. Betts, a native of Tennessee. He was a 5th-round pick back in 2011.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Andrew Benintendi. His line includes a single and a fly ball in 2 at-bats thus far. Kipnis is in pursuit. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. To the plate now is the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. In there, strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 1-2 now.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Ramirez is under it. And the inning is over. Digging in, Josh Donaldson, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
First baseman, number 17.
And the pitch.
Yonder Alonso.
Swinging on the first pitch as this is hit out to Pedroia at second. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
The right fielder, number 8.
Digging in, Lonnie Chisenhall. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He sure does. It's a big. So here's the cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Stepping in, Mitch Moreland. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Moreland.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And that's the second out. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. No hits to this point. First pitch on its way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Donaldson at third. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him. And coming to the plate now, Jason Kipnis. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. A bouncer to the left side. And that's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
To 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. The Indians still in search of their first hit of the ball game. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try.
And he struck him out. Into the box now, Rafael Devers. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point.
Stepping into the box, Sandy Leon. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one. 4 runs, only 3 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor.
Got him to go down swinging there. Sandy Leon is the second out in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. The windup and the 0-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Dribbled to the right side. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is. Here's Michael Brantley. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit out towards second. Throw by Fedora will be in time, and there's your first out. Coming to the plate now, Jose Ramirez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. No runs, no hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Drilled down the line. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now. Striding forward now is the DH, Edwin Encarnacion. He went down on strikes last time up. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. No contact there from Encarnacion as the count runs to 0-2 on it.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Another 0-2 home. Nope. And a neck-high fastball that time.
But there's your textbook waist pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back.
And he struck him out. Standing in, Mookie Betts. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber. Here comes the first pitch. swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006, the 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller. Here it comes on 0-2. And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Missed with a slider. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Digging in now, Josh Donaldson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Craig Kimbrell is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Here it comes. 0-1 the count.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. To 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Now at the plate, Yonder Alonso. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball and he swings through it to fall behind. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Striding into the box, Lonnie Chisenhall. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bradley on the run. No trouble with this one, and the here's Xander Bogaerts now. Lifetime against Andrew Miller. He's 2 for 4. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. On the ground to third. Donaldson's there. And the throw stretches him out at first as the umpire says he stayed on the bag. A bang-bang play there for the first out. So striding in, Mitch Moreland. He was a ground-out victim last time up. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This one's down to third. Donaldson's up with it. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that. Stepping in, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
Makes the play, 1 away. Riding in once again, Yan Gomes. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Betts has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He is the last man to stand in the way of possible history here this afternoon.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Last strike now for Cleveland. And a fly ball. And this should do it. Benintendi is there. Makes the catch. And there it is. A no-hitter. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance. Kept the opposition at bay. And as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from